Hi everybody, it's Kimberly and this is my channel, Kimberly Down South. I'm having to try something new to record my videos because for some reason on my phone, after so many seconds, my voice cuts off and I don't know why it's doing that. I tried deleting all the old pictures and things off of my phone and, opening up some space. I thought maybe it was a space issue, but it still did it. So I had to download this recorder in hopes that I could make my video for you guys. This is my intro, and I don't know how that's going to work going forward because I don't know if I can flip this around to record other things, or if I'm going to have to take video and just do a voiceover for that and maybe just have a few clips of me talking. It's not ideal because I'm not used to this, and I'm used to being able to flip my other camera around and start and stop it and record. But anyway, nonetheless, I wanted to give you an update on my week. It's been a pretty good week compared to last week. I was able to follow the Slimming World plan better. I do have some clips of pictures of some of my foods that I had this week. I'm going to put those here or here. It's going to be following this video. That's what I'm saying. So I do have some of those. I didn't record every single thing. Sometimes my breakfast and sometimes my lunches are the same. There's nothing new there. I have done a few different things for dinner. I have told some of you guys I have a very southern recipe that I did this week. I'm trying to make some freezer meals, things that I can pull out of the freezer whenever I want. I want to have a variety in there and maybe have them in there for like 2 or 3 weeks at a time. It makes it easier for me when I'm on the go and say I'm about to start back driving the bus. I don't want to come home after I drive the bus and cook a meal, especially when I'm just one person. So I decided to cook a few different meals. I've got a couple in there now, and I'm going to do some more. Anyway, nonetheless, I can pull those out of the freezer whenever I want. It makes it convenient. I'm using the app again to figure up SWIPs on things. I hate the word SWIPs even now. I still want to call them sins, and I may call them sins. If I do, you know what I mean. But anyway, I've been using the app. I have a gigantic database of American food items that I have entered in there with the SWIP values on them. I used a little SWIP estimator. I have to use that. I depend on that when I am buying foods from the store, so I know if I can have it or not. Now, I have not taken the phone with me with the app on there and walked through the store figuring out SWIPs, because I do a lot of my grocery by delivery, so I will look online as I'm looking for things, and I'll use it then to try and figure out what the SWIPs are, and that helps me determine if I'm going to purchase something or not. So the app is invaluable to me, and I highly recommend it if you're somebody that, like me, in the States does not have access to a Slimming World meeting, or you are in the UK or Scotland, England, Ireland, whoever uses it over there. If you're in that area and you don't have a meeting close to you, or you don't enjoy the social aspect of the meeting, but you want the basics, which, by the way, Slimming World, the basics, the plan, I like the plan. All the other hoopla that goes on behind the scenes and all of that, and changing names and all that stuff, I really doesn't faze me. I don't care about that. What I care about is the plan, and the plan does work. So if you are somebody that does not have access to that, or does not want to participate in the social meeting, but you want to participate in the plan, I recommend the app. I think it's really good. It works perfect for me, and I have lost weight with it before, then I went off plan, now I'm back on it. I will have a weigh-in in the middle of this video somewhere, so you have to keep watching to find out what my weight loss is. That's going to be in there. I'm going to have the recipe, the very southern food in there, and I'm also going to have some clips of foods I've eaten this week, and a couple of clips of some of the exercise that I've been doing this week. So just stay tuned. I hope this video turns out all right. It will have to be what it is until I can figure out why my sound keeps cutting off in the middle of my videos. I have no idea. Anyway, I will talk to you later. Love you. Bye. Well, the sun finally came out, so I'm going to get out here in my swimming pool. My grass needs to be cut. Here's my grass, and there's my pool, but I'm going to get in the pool first and do some cleaning and vacuuming and stuff like that, and then I'll get out here once the sun starts going down and do my garden. So bear with me. So this is my garage. There's my van, and then there's my other car. Over there is my house. So what I've got to do today, if you can see behind me, some stuff has gotten into the pool, so I have to go vacuum that out. Put my vacuum here, and I've got to skim off some of the stuff that's on the top with this right here. And I'm kind of late getting to this because it's already 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but better late than never. So on another day, I got on my walking pad, and then I followed it up with some exercises with my hand weights. Hi, so I was outside in my pool, and I got this little package in the mail from the UK. So I'm going to do a little opening here and see what all kinds of goodies are in here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I know I shouldn't have these, but oh my goodness. I'm so excited. You can't see my face. I know this is not on the Slimming World plan, but it is something I adore. I got more Frylight. Thank you. Thank you. I use that on the daily. My absolute favorite thing that I ever get from the UK, it is the Southern style gravy, and as a matter of fact, I ate the last of what I had last night with my meal. So you do not know how grateful I am when you send this stuff. When you have access to things, you don't think about it, but when you're in a place and it doesn't exist where you are, you appreciate getting something like this. And I do think maybe one time I did find a place that I could order it. Maybe it was one of those places that has like the foreign foods or something, but it was like $16. So just about here, the volume cut out. So anyway, I was saying that was $16 is the place that I found it, and that was without shipping. So I'm grateful for that. I'm excited about these mug shots because they don't have those here, and I don't think we really have anything that's exactly like that. We have ramen noodles, but you guys have ramen noodles too, but we don't have these mug shots. And these are really good for lunch, like if I want to have lunch and a salad. Although right now we're having issues with salad, having some kind of illness, so nobody's hardly eating salads right now, but I can mix these with any vegetable, and it's great for a lunch, something quick to get me through the day. So yes, I love those. My favorite, I think, is the roast chicken. I haven't ever tried the curry one, but we don't have curry flavor like that in the U.S., or at least where I'm at, because we don't have a large Indian population here. Ours is more like Mexican based. But anyway, all of those are welcome, and I can't wait to try them. This, I think, is like a, you add it to water, like a water flavor situation. Now, we do have some, but not exactly like this one. So I'm excited to try this one in my water. I'm trying to drink more water, so this will be helpful for me when I'm trying to drink water. I have a hard time drinking plain water, so the flavor should help. This is PB Fit. It is one of the things that we either have or have something similar to, but I'm excited to get it because it's good to add protein into stuff, you know, or I could probably add it into my Fage Greek yogurt. I do want to look up some recipes so I can try to use this more. I think might have been reading like the protein content. I think it was like 5 grams of protein per 2 tablespoons. So I'm going to think of some ways to use this, maybe in oatmeal or in Greek yogurt. So I'm appreciative of this. Thank you so much for putting that in. I love the variety of products that you all send me. So I'm just very excited. Oh, the next thing here is Canderel. We do not have Canderel in the States, but I was talking about how much this will come in handy for me because I can stick this in my pocketbook, my handbag, my purse, and take it with me wherever I go, because I love to drink sweet tea, sweet iced tea. And when you go out to a restaurant, you either have sweetened iced tea or you have unsweetened iced tea, but there's not like a diet version. At home I can order it from the store, but they don't have it out in restaurants. So this would be good in case I'm in a restaurant and they have unsweetened tea, and I can just add some of that into my drink. So that'll be great to throw in my bag and my purse and take with me, you know, out to restaurants and stuff. Now, I love books, and you guys sent me several books, recipes, magazines, several things that I am interested in. Let's see, that one I think was a quick and easy type things to put together. I haven't looked through it yet. I flipped through it right there, but I'm sure I can find at least 1 or 2 things that are good ideas of things I can put together and have quickly. So 100 Extra Easy or something like that, I think is what it was called. So I'm grateful for that. This next one I am super interested in because it's a book about sauces, and I love to come up with different ideas of sauces because generally we're kind of eating the same thing all the time. We're eating potatoes, we're eating rice, we're eating pasta, we're eating proteins, and we're eating vegetables. But we can change it up by the different sauces that we put on there. So this, I'm sure, will give me some great ideas of different things I can try. It is from Slimming World, so you do know you have to season it up a little bit more. I mean, here in the States, and especially here in the South, we're big on seasoning. So, yes, I can't wait to give some of those a try. All right, this book is a Slimming World Meals for One. That is made for me. Being a single person, you don't always want to cook big meals all the time. You want something that is just for you for 1 or 2 whatever meals. You don't want to make big portions. So this cookbook is made for me. I think I was looking at that when it was like maybe a pasta salad of some sort, which looked really good. And you know, I'm always looking for new recipes, new ideas, things I can make, light lunches, things like that. Or sometimes I switch it around and I have a bigger lunch and a lighter evening meal. But I think I was just flipping through here and looking at some of the recipes, and I was talking about that particular one. Yep, so I'm appreciative of that. Can't wait to look through it and find me a recipe to try. Maybe I'll even film it and put it up here on the channel. Who knows what I was saying there? I was so happy. Who knows? I was just yapping away. This next one is a recipe journal. Now, this is good for me particularly. I was thinking about how I'm sitting there watching some of these YouTube videos and I want to attempt something that I see on a YouTube video. So sometimes I'll do a screenshot of, you know, what the recipe looks like or whatever. But this would be handy to write down the ingredients and the instructions to match the pictures. So that can be very helpful. Now, one of my favorites are Slimming World magazines, and these are, you know, some of the ones from the past, but some that I don't have because I'm not over there. We don't have a Slimming World magazine here, but I love to read a magazine, and I used to have a subscription to Slimming World, a digital subscription, but I just didn't read it the same way. I like to actually have it in my hand and be able to flip through and, you know, turn the pages and look at the next thing. I mean, it's a whole lot different than actually looking at it in a digital format. So I'm excited to look through these. I'm not saying that their stories are pretty much similar all the time. You know, she was busy, she was a working mom, she was, you know, blah, 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 and she lost this weight, and she's so grateful to Slimming World. Like, you know, the plan is great, so there's no doubt in that. But I do like to look through there, and sometimes they have recipe ideas and stuff like that. So yeah, I will lay down in the evening or sit in my recliner and I'll look through these magazines and get some great ideas. I think I'm just here. I'm laying out all of the items that I got. There I am, oohing and ahhing over my gravy. Y'all do not know how much I love that Southern style gravy. I mean, it was one of the first things that I remember having in the UK, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is delicious. Because you can put that stuff over everything. Rice, potatoes, French fries, chicken, potatoes, mashed potatoes, like everything. So I think I was just laying everything out. Who knows what I was saying here, but I'm getting ready to take a picture. So that's all I'm doing right here. So thank you again for sending me the care package, Lisa and Rufus. I'm very appreciative. You all have been super supportive in my journey, and I don't think that I would still be even thinking about it or trying to do it if it hadn't been for you all supporting me the way you have. So this is my dinner for today. I've got green beans that I steamed in the microwave. Got a turkey hamburger patty, reduced fat cheese, mustard, ketchup, onion, and a pickled onion right here. So here is my very southern dish, and it's 15 bean soup. Here are all of the ingredients that I used, very few, and it makes a lot. It is a smoked turkey drumstick or turkey leg. It is collard greens, very southern. I don't know if you have them in the UK. Then I've got diced peppers, onions, and diced celery, and a pack of 15 bean soup. It also comes with a seasoning pack you'll see later. So I washed the beans and put them in my crock pot, and I tried to put the turkey leg in there, but it was too big, so we had to move over to the Instant Pot. So then I put all of those in the Instant Pot and my collard greens on top. I added in onion powder, garlic powder, and paprika. Then I added in some more seasoning, blackened seasoning, which I had already, and one of these JD Seasonings Cajun spice packs. I poured in, you use 4 to 6 cups of water and a little bit of white wine vinegar. It called for apple cider, but I didn't have that, so I used what I had. Just put in salt and pepper. And then I added in that seasoning packet that came with my 15 bean soup, and I set the Instant Pot for 10 hours. This is the result, and it is so good, and it has so many vegetables in there, and you just put it over rice. Simple. You don't have to do anything except set it and cook it. So this is my weigh-in for the week. I lost a pound, and that gives me a total of 2.5 pounds lost since my restart.